Ever wondered who the real culprits behind our illnesses are? It's not the guy who sneezed in the elevator, nor the unwashed hands that prepared your salad. The real culprits are often too small to see, yet they wield an incredible power over our health. They are, in fact, the pathogens lurking in our environment. Pathogens are microscopic organisms that cause diseases. They're like the unseen villains in a superhero movie, always lurking in the shadows, ready to strike when our defenses are down. They're the reason why we catch a cold, why we get food poisoning, why we suffer from infections. These tiny entities are incredibly diverse and exist in various forms, from bacteria to viruses, from fungi to parasites. Though they may be invisible to the naked eye, their effects are anything but. They can disrupt our lives, sometimes in minor ways, other times with deadly consequences. So let's plunge into the microcosmic world of pathogens and understand their role in our health. Pathogens, in essence, are microscopic organisms that cause diseases. These tiny entities, invisible to the naked eye, have a significant impact on our health. But what exactly are they, and why are they so important? Let's delve into the microscopic world to understand these disease-causing agents. A pathogen is a biological agent that causes illness or disease. These microorganisms are so minute that you'd need a microscope to see them. They're everywhere, in the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, even on our skin and in our bodies. But don't panic just yet. Not all microorganisms are harmful. In fact, our bodies are home to trillions of microbes, many of which are beneficial and crucial for our survival. So, when do microorganisms become pathogens? The answer lies in their ability to cause disease. A microorganism is classified as a pathogen when it invades the body, multiplies, and disrupts normal body functions, leading to disease. These microscopic invaders have a variety of ways to cause harm. Some produce toxins that damage cells, while others directly invade and destroy cells. These actions lead to the symptoms we associate with being sick, like fever, cough, or fatigue. It's also important to note that the ability of a pathogen to cause disease, known as its virulence, can vary greatly. Some pathogens cause severe diseases, while others result in mild illnesses. This variability is due to numerous factors, including the pathogen's genetic makeup, the number of pathogens present, and the individual's immune system. So, to sum it up, pathogens are more than just microscopic organisms. They play a pivotal role in our health and well-being. While many microorganisms live harmoniously within us, certain types can wreak havoc when they cause disease. These are the ones we label as pathogens. Pathogens, therefore, are the microscopic invaders that disrupt our health. They are an integral part of our world, shaping our health in ways we are only beginning to understand. As we continue to explore this invisible world, we gain new insights into these tiny yet powerful agents of disease. Pathogens come in different shapes and sizes. That's right, not all pathogens are created equal. There are 4 main types of pathogens we'll explore today: bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. Each of these has unique characteristics and are known for causing specific types of diseases. Let's kick things off with bacteria. Bacteria are single-celled organisms that are found everywhere, in the air, water, soil, and even on and in our bodies. Most bacteria are harmless, and some are even beneficial. But there are those that can cause diseases, known as pathogenic bacteria. These microscopic troublemakers can lead to a variety of illnesses, everything from strep throat and tuberculosis to food poisoning and pneumonia. They thrive by exploiting their host's resources, multiplying rapidly, and often producing toxins that damage tissues and make us ill. Next up, we have viruses. Viruses are even smaller than bacteria and even more cunning. They are not cells, but tiny infectious particles. They function by invading the host cells and taking over their machinery to reproduce. This invasion often results in the death of the host cell, leading to illness. The flu, common cold, HIV/AIDS, and COVID-19 are all caused by viruses. Despite their tiny size, they can cause a big impact. Moving on to fungi. Fungi are a diverse group of organisms that include molds, yeasts, and mushrooms. While many are beneficial, there are those that can cause diseases, especially in people with weakened immune systems. Typical fungal infections include athlete's foot, ringworm, and yeast infections. Invasive fungal diseases like aspergillosis can be severe, especially for individuals with compromised immune systems. Last, but by no means least, are parasites. Parasites are organisms that live on or in a host organism and get their food at the host's expense. They range from tiny protozoans like the one that causes malaria to large intestinal worms. Parasitic infections can be spread in several ways, such as through contaminated water, food, waste, soil, and even by insects like mosquitoes and fleas. So there you have it. These are the 4 major types of pathogens that can cause disease in humans. Each one operates differently, but all share a common goal: to exploit their host for survival. They are a testament to the diversity of life, even if it's a side of life we'd rather not think about. One thing to remember is that while these pathogens can cause illness, our bodies are equipped with complex defense systems designed to fight them off. But that's a topic for another time. From the common cold to malaria, these pathogens are responsible for a wide range of diseases. Understanding them is the first step towards prevention and treatment. So until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and most importantly, stay healthy.
Pathogens have a significant impact on human health. This statement might seem a bit dramatic, but it's an undeniable truth. These microscopic invaders have the potential to cause a wide array of health issues, from the common cold to life-threatening conditions like pneumonia or meningitis. But how do they do this? Let's delve into the fascinating, albeit slightly unsettling world of pathogens and their effects on US humans. Pathogens, whether they are bacteria, viruses, fungi, or parasites, all have one thing in common. They need to enter a host to survive and reproduce. This host, unfortunately, is often us. The ways these microscopic invaders enter our bodies are manifold. They can hitch a ride on the food we eat or the air we breathe, enter through a cut or a scratch, or be transmitted by insects like mosquitoes. Once inside, they find an environment rich in nutrients, perfect for them to multiply and thrive. The multiplication of pathogens is a crucial step in disease development. In this phase, the pathogen uses the host's resources to reproduce. This can happen incredibly fast. For instance, a single bacterium under optimal conditions can divide every 20 minutes, leading to millions of bacteria in just a few hours. Viruses, on the other hand, hijack the host's cells, forcing them to produce new viruses. The rapid multiplication of pathogens often leads to damage in the host tissues, which can result in the symptoms we associate with disease, such as fever, fatigue, or pain. However, our bodies are not defenseless against these invaders. The immune system, our biological shield, is constantly on the lookout for pathogens. It's an intricate network of cells, tissues, and organs, all working together to identify and eliminate foreign substances. When a pathogen is detected, the immune system springs into action. Specialized white blood cells, like macrophages and neutrophils, rush to the site of infection, devouring the invaders and halting their spread. But the immune response doesn't stop there. The body also produces molecules called antibodies. These proteins recognize and bind to specific parts of the pathogen, signaling other immune cells to destroy them. This is a highly effective defense mechanism, and it's the reason why, most of the time, we recover from infections. However, some pathogens have evolved strategies to evade the immune system, leading to chronic infections. They can hide inside cells, where they are shielded from immune cells. They can also alter their surface proteins, changing their appearance and making it harder for antibodies to recognize them. Some pathogens, like the virus that causes AIDS, even attack the immune system directly, crippling our defenses. So it's clear that the relationship between pathogens and humans is a complex one. It's a perpetual game of cat and mouse, with the pathogens trying to invade and multiply, and the immune system constantly adapting to keep them in check. It's a battle that goes on every day inside every one of us, mostly without us even noticing. But it's not all doom and gloom. Understanding how pathogens work and how our bodies fight them is key to developing new treatments and vaccines. And in this ongoing battle, knowledge is our most powerful weapon. Our bodies are battlegrounds where the immune system and pathogens constantly fight. This might sound a bit dramatic, but it's the reality of our coexistence with these microscopic invaders. However, we are not defenseless in this battle. Our immune system, strengthened by science and medicine, is a formidable opponent. And with every new discovery, we get one step closer to winning the war against pathogens. So, how can we protect ourselves from these invisible enemies? Well, the first line of defense against pathogens is cleanliness. Keeping our surroundings clean and maintaining personal hygiene can go a long way in preventing the spread of pathogens. Regular hand washing, especially before eating and after using the restroom, is one of the most effective ways to prevent pathogen transmission. Using disinfectants to clean surfaces, wearing masks during pandemics, and practicing safe food handling can also help keep pathogens at bay. But cleanliness, while crucial, isn't the only measure we can take. Vaccines play an incredibly vital role in our defense against pathogens. You see, vaccines work by introducing a weakened or inactivated form of a pathogen into our bodies. This doesn't make us sick, but it does trigger our immune system to produce a response, including making antibodies that remember how to fight off the pathogen. Then, if we encounter the real pathogen in the future, our immune system is ready to fight it off. Vaccines have been instrumental in controlling and even eradicating many infectious diseases. Now, let's talk about lifestyle choices. Eating a balanced diet, getting regular exercise, maintaining a healthy weight, getting enough sleep, and avoiding harmful behaviors like smoking or excessive alcohol consumption can all contribute to a strong immune system. A strong immune system is better equipped to fight off infections, including those caused by pathogens. Additionally, certain foods can help boost our immune system. For instance, citrus fruits, which are high in vitamin C, can help stimulate the production of white blood cells, which are key to fighting infections. Foods rich in vitamin E, like nuts and spinach, can also help maintain a healthy immune system. And let's not forget the importance of staying hydrated. Drinking plenty of water helps to carry oxygen to our body cells, which results in properly functioning systems. It flushes out and removes toxins, making our immune system better at fighting off illness. Managing stress is another key factor. Long-term stress can wear down the immune system and increase your vulnerability to illness. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, and yoga can help manage stress levels and keep your immune system in top shape. So you see, defending against pathogens isn't just about one thing. It requires a holistic approach that includes maintaining cleanliness, getting vaccinated, leading a healthy lifestyle, and keeping stress in check. And while it's impossible to completely avoid pathogens, these measures can significantly reduce our risk of falling ill. Remember, prevention is always better than cure when it comes to pathogens. So let's do our best to keep these invisible enemies at bay. Let's recap what we've learned about these microscopic villains. We started our journey with an introduction to pathogens, these little culprits that are often invisible to the naked eye. We discovered that they are essentially microorganisms, that is, tiny living things. But unlike the harmless or even helpful microorganisms we encounter every day, pathogens are the bad guys. They're the ones that cause diseases, wreaking havoc on our bodies. Next, we delved into the various types of pathogens. Remember, there's a whole rogues gallery out there. We talked about bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites, each with their unique ways of causing sickness. Bacteria can multiply inside our bodies, causing infections, while viruses invade our cells and take over. Fungi can cause everything from skin conditions to respiratory infections, and parasites latch onto us, draining our resources. Then we explored how these pathogens affect us humans. They can enter our bodies in a myriad of ways through the food we eat, the air we breathe, or via cuts and wounds. Once inside, they can cause a whole host of problems, from minor irritations to serious, life-threatening conditions. And it's not just about physical health. The impact of these diseases can extend to our mental well-being and even our social and economic circumstances. But it's not all doom and gloom. We also learned about the various defenses we have against these microscopic foes. Our bodies are equipped with an impressive immune system that fights off many of these invaders. And beyond our natural defenses, we have a range of other tools at our disposal, from vaccines and antibiotics to good hygiene practices and public health measures, so don't be disheartened. Yes, pathogens are formidable foes, but we're not defenseless. Knowledge is power, and understanding these microscopic villains is the first step in combating them. With the right preventive measures and a little bit of vigilance, we can keep these invisible villains at bay. With knowledge and preventive measures, we can keep these invisible villains at bay.